I drove to the grocery store that day. I was in college, drove to the grocery store and had my regular radio station on. And I remember Peter Jennings being on the radio. And I thought that was weird. Why is he on the rock station? And I started listening, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this sounds like something really serious. So I leave the grocery store, I come back, I wake up my roommate, he's from New Jersey, I hear it's happening in New York, I wake him up, I say, listen, you got to start watching this. At Syracuse, we had a lot of kids from New York, New Jersey, New York City that were students there. So when we went to that class that day, all we did was watch it. We were supposed to have a regular class, and we did nothing but watch it. And half the kids were there, half of them weren't, most of them were on their cell phones, running out into the hallway trying to call family members that were back on Long Island or the city or anything like that. One thing people don't really remember from that day is that the cell phone towers for New York City and New Jersey and the area were on top of the trade centers. So when they went down, none of the kids could call their parents to find out where they were, their family members, what had happened, where anybody was. So we saw a lot of panic from our fellow students running back into a classroom thinking, I can't get in touch with my parents, I don't know where they were. And we were several hours away from it because we were still in New York State. It still felt like we were a part of it. The one other thing that just really stuck out at me that day as I walked outside of my apartment was there were no airplanes in the air that day. If you remember, they grounded everybody. Military personnel were the only exception. You looked in the sky, there was not one single plane all day long after everything had happened. It just had a really eerie feeling that day, and to know that some of my fellow classmates hadn't heard from their parents, were trying to get in touch with their parents because we had such a tie to New York City. It was scary. It was really, really scary. Scary, I think, all day because we really didn't know what it was. I think the most real thing was when the first tower went down. When you saw the first tower go down, it was really just, I can't believe that I just saw that go down. Could an airplane hit a building? Yeah, I could imagine that. That was certainly in the realm of possibilities. But one of the biggest, strongest, and just a building that had such symbolism to our country, there's no way it can go down. And to watch it just crumble is, you still think about it, and it's just almost incredible to think. And then the second one, just, I don't know, tough to put it into words, but just incredible. I think that was the most unrealistic part of the whole thing for me, to watch that could actually happen.